Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, March 24th. Great to have you along this morning. Thanks again for watching. The thought for this morning, everyday thought, is about having compassion for those who doubt. For we live in a time when there's a lot of doubt, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. And the Bible addresses these things with calling us to trust in Christ, but too often this comes in the form of, well, if you just do this, everything will be all right. But if we look at how the Bible really speaks to us about these issues, I think we'll find a path of compassion here, which is, I think, often missing from a Christian perspective. The book of James is the New Testament's wisdom book. Wisdom literature is not primarily designed to be a list of do's and don'ts or commands, but something to show us reality, the way that things work. And so it gives us a good picture of what's happening around us. So in chapter 1, we read this: "But when you ask," talking about if you lack wisdom, ask for it and it'll be given to you. "But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind." Now, we can use this as you better believe or else, or if you doubt, you're in trouble. And there is a sense of aggressive doubting where we challenge God and don't honor him and are defiant. But I think there's another way we can look at this. It just shows us when someone who is struggling with doubt, not sure what's actually happening, wanting to know, they're like that sea driven back and forth. The thumbnail this morning, the picture that accompanies the video, is of a raging sea. And the waves toss back and forth. And if you've ever been in the ocean, you know what it's like to be tossed back and forth like that. Well, that's what happens when we enter into doubt. And certainly 2020, 2021 are days of doubt. Almost every situation that we encounter has something to do to give us an opportunity to doubt. The COVID thing isn't getting resolved. The political thing isn't getting any better. Relationships are a particular point of stress and doubt. Are we doing the right thing? Our teenagers are just overcome with doubt. There's so much in our life that is constantly changing. What your view of God is God good? Is he bad? Sometimes we doubt that. Can we doubt the Bible? Can we trust it? And then our culture in general is an age of anxiety and worry. And then, of course, there's this whole nagging issue of approval, wanting other people's approval. And there's doubt that comes from that. And we could go on, no doubt. I'm sure you could fill in several other lines where doubt plays in. And this morning, I don't want to look at it just from the standpoint of being mad, slapping somebody on the wrist or saying, you must not do this. But what is the point of compassion here? See, Jesus understands what this doubt produces. It produces weariness. It drains the life out of you. And in Matthew 11, Jesus speaks to that. He says, listen, look what Christ offers here is safety. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He doesn't say, "Come to me, all you who have it together. Come to me who have finally figured out these things." But if you're weary and burdened by the cares of this life, by the fears of this life, by the doubts of this life, come to me and I will give you rest. "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." See, everybody has a yoke, like this yoke that the oxen have. Everybody is under a yoke, whether it's a yoke of their own worry, doubt, sin, the ways of this world, or the gentle yoke of Christ. No one is without a yoke. Jesus is saying, take my yoke and put that upon you and rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Are we presenting a Christ to ourselves and to others and our teenagers about this being able to trust God, trusting Christ as something which is a rest, which is light and gentle, or representing some level of performance, some level of acceptance. If you're not where I want you to be, I'm not going to accept you. But you see, Jesus accepts us on the basis of what he did. We need to embrace that for ourselves, and then we can give that to others. We need to have compassion for those who doubt. We all do to some level or another. We just have a better job of covering it sometimes. We need to have compassion. Is your message to the doubters in your life one of safety and peace? Can we offer them Christ? Come to me when you're stressed, weary, and burdened. And together we'll find the peace of Christ. Compassion for those who doubt. And that's the thought for this morning. And Lord willing, we'll continue thinking about this. Thanks so much for being here. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And turn on those notifications and the videos will come to you automatically. Lord bless you. Have a great day. And again, thank you for the privilege of interacting. Lord bless. Bye-bye.